really, honestly, I'm just so proud of our guys for fighting through adversity. I mean, you got to find ways to win games like that. We did not play our best, certainly in the first half. We did a lot to find ways to lose the game, but we kept our composure and we found a way to win a game that meant something. First, back-to-back wins in 5 years, I think. That's a big threshold to cross over. You know, and it's developing that championship mentality that we have to have around here. And these two guys sitting next to me came in this year, and they were difference makers, they're culture changers. That's why I have them here. They made some big plays for us today, and we just continue to believe in each other. I mean, just the energy in that locker room right now, the belief just went above, out the ceiling. But now, you know, Monday, we gonna get along on Monday, and we gotta go on the road and we're gonna learn from this. But again, it was just a gutty win, a grimy win, and I'm used to playing as a player, winning games like that, and I'm glad our boys were able to fight through and see a victory.
Questions for the student athletes?
Rodell, you know, every game it seems like when a play needs to be made, you make a play. How do you just you stay ready when your number is called?
I mean, it starts within practice, finishing my reps, you know, visualizing the plays being made before they're made, and just always staying ready, being, you know, waiting for my name to be called.
You made big plays in the fourth quarter today. Was there anything that happened in the previous 3 quarters that helped you guys see something that was working that helped you make those 2 big plays?
I mean, I can't really say. They ran the coverages that we seen on film. They didn't really change it up. They ran their cover 4, they ran their cover 0, and that's what we game planned for. So it wasn't nothing different that we did. It just the play needed to be made, and it was made.
That throwback pass on that touchdown for you, made one stiff arm, and you was gonna talk about what you saw in that coverage when you came out of the huddle.
When I came out, I mean, it was too high. They was in that cover 4. The DN slanted inside. You know, I saw the fake, and when I got it, it was me and number 8, and it was just me and the safety. So I mean, they didn't have many guys on that side, so it was 1-on-1. I did what I had to do.
And Cory, that last pick, how jubilant were you when you got that pick and everybody started running everywhere? I mean, we were in the booth yelling, so I don't know how it was up there. We was on. I had Mike Organ in my ear yelling at me.
No, so we were just in quarters. We were running the whole game, and they were running the crossers, and it was just a matter of time. Mm-hmm. And just for it to happen in that moment was pretty special. But our guys, like, we showed resilience through the whole game. Like, I mean, we were down, we fought, and and I've seen that big change in this program ever since I first got here. We've grown more than I've seen any team in my whole career. So I would just credit to the guys. I mean, I'm just out there doing my part, and it just so happened that I was in a position to make a play.
Were you watching the quarterback's eyes? What were you doing on that last play?
So yeah, so I'm keying one, just making sure, like, if he comes in, I'm gonna take him. But I believe he outside release, either that or I kind of saw it in my peripheral, the crosser coming, and I knew it was 4th down. He had to put it in the end zone, or, you know, we win no matter what. So you know, when he put it up, I went tracked it across the end zone and made the play.
It looked like on that 4th, we went 4th and 4 at first, and they got the penalty. It looked like they may have ran a draw on that 4th and 4, but it became 4th and 9. Were you guys thinking pass all the way, but the quarterback, you know, he was pretty good with the draws?
Yeah, so obviously the play call changed when they got that false start. Mm-hmm. Originally, when it was I think maybe 4 yards to go. They could have easily done some RPO, QB run stuff. That they were pretty successful throughout the whole game doing that. So we kind of prepared for that and then changed the call when they got that false start. Put some guys in coverage.
For both of you, What can you say about just the energy on the sideline? I mean, guys jumping around the entire game. How does that affect you all on the field?
It makes more of a difference than you think, right? Obviously, the guys on the sideline aren't between the white lines, but they make a huge difference when you got your boys jumping around, hyping you up. When you come off the field, it just brings us all together as a unit.
And let me just speak to that for a moment. You know, Cory's absolutely correct in saying that, because there's no one on our sideline. Like, and behind us, there's no fans. So that's a challenge that you have to overcome. I had to do that as a player, going playing in Houston my first year in front of pretty much the same type of attendance, and to generate that energy is really difficult to do. And when you're a team that's learning how to win, I can't give enough credit to these young guys to overcome adversity. We had 4 fumbles. I mean, there was a time when we would have probably lost this game 30-10 or 30-7. But we kept believing, we kept grinding. We found the energy on the sidelines. Guys like Heath and the guys that aren't in, our non-travel guys, they're all creating energy, and because they believe it, they feel it, they taste it, they see it, and it's just a tremendous job. I mean, I crave the day when we can pack the stadium. I crave the day when we can pack that stadium, because it'll make a huge difference for us.
Eddie, it took a while to get a score in the game.
Yeah.
What were they doing defensively to?
Nothing. I had a chance to put points on the board. We fumbled at the goal line. We go down, we get the ball at 1st and goal. Star gets it down inside at the 1 yard line. We jump off sides, kick the field goal, and we got out of rhythm. Listen, I give a lot of credit to Tennessee Tech. They came with a great game plan, but they did absolutely what they thought we were going to do. But there were times we just did not execute. And hey, they're going to make plays. But we saw what we needed to do. I came in at halftime, I said, yeah, you know what? I am not going to yell, scream, and F everybody. You know, it is what it is. It's water under the bridge. We're all trying. And we know we're killing ourselves. So let's limit the penalties, let's protect the football, and let's find ways to win the game. And it was them. They believed, and they fought through it. You know, to the next week.
Danny, in your last game, you won after playing the best game that you've had.
Mm-hmm.
In this game, you won not playing so good.
Yep.
Which do you prefer?
Both. I'll tell you what. We still have a long way to go before we get to championship caliber football. Again, you know, we can't do this week to week and expect to win. You know, there will come a time when you can't generate enough energy to overcome your own personal mistakes. We've got to grow in that category, and that takes time. I mean, we got to break old habits. We got to come to practice ready to work and bring the same type of energy, the same focus, and not take a day for granted. That was my message. Don't take this day for granted. Don't take this moment for granted. All you have is right now. There is no tomorrow. So we got to seize the moment, and we did. We're learning that.
What does it do for you, though, that you win and not play well? That has to build your confidence a little bit.
It does. It really does. It truly does. Because, you know, like again, this was early in the year. We probably would have not fought as hard and found a way to lose by 20 points. But you cross that threshold. Now we're even. Now we are 3-3. Now we build for wins. Now we're in the win column. Now we're in the conversation of vying for a championship. Again, we are not there in terms of that. We've got to continue to prepare for that. But we're learning how to win, how to believe, how to fight. You know, a tiger stands for tenacity, intelligence, gritty, explosiveness, and resilient. And when you see those letters, those words, you believe that. That's who we are. That's who I am. You know, I'm on the grind. I'm going to work my ass off to make sure this team is ready every single week. And then I let them go out and say, hey, you know, this is your team. You take ownership of it, and I'm going to help guys you get there, but you got to take it. And they're doing doing just that.
How much talent
Wait, hold on,
came from
let's
that 2 and
student
5?
athletes. Let's get student athletes out.
Rodell, my last question to you. When you have a defense, well, I know you're on offense, but you see the defense only give up 13 points, 1 score in the second half, 2 field goals in the first half. How much they bailed you guys out, kind of, so that we talk about the penalties and turnovers. How big is that to you all as an offense that the defense kind of held you guys up?
I mean, it's huge for us. You know, I got a lot of trust in my defense. They play their heart out every game, and it's like a fallback plan. Like, you know that they're gonna handle their stuff. So it's really offense just shooting ourselves in the foot. And once we figure that out, we're gonna, you know, it's not gonna be so close. It's not gonna be fourth quarter or fifth quarter overtime. It's not gonna be last play, fourth quarter like we did in Austin Peay. But having the defense we do have and having the players making the plays out there, it creates a nice little what word am I trying to figure out? Like a
Cushion.
cushion. Yeah. I have confidence in them, so you know, it's really just us.
Thanks, Rodell. Thanks, Cory.
Any more questions for Coach?
I think we're good.
I have
Congratulations,
one
man.
question.
Yes, sir.
How did you look at the team you inherited with 2 and 5 from last year? So, how was the talent level when you started the season?
The talent level is where it is now. There are some talented guys in that room. I recognize that there's some areas that we can improve in. Realized that we had to find a quarterback. We lost our off-conference left tackle. We didn't have a lot of time to install. So really, you know, it's just about pulling out what's already in there. You know, that belief, that grittiness, that grind, that power that's already there. And making them realize, saying, hey, this is who you are. Let's be that. Let's be kings. Let's be warriors. You know, and we'll get the talent level up. We'll coach you to that point. We can compete. And that's what my goal was to get to a level saying, hey, you know what? I don't know how many games you're gonna win, but people gonna know they played us. That's my goal, is to say, okay, put people on notice that, hey, when you play Tennessee State, they're disciplined, they're focused, they play hard, they're physical, they go to the bitter end, and you gotta knock them out. The days are gone, you know, where we're shooting ourselves in the foot and we're gonna fold and quit. Nah, we ain't doing that. So from this point on, there's an expectation that this is how we play, this is how we grind, and you gotta knock us out. And if you can do that for 4 quarters, God bless you. And hey, it's tip of the hat, we'll figure it out next week, but this is what we're gonna do.
First back-to-back wins in 5 years, you've got momentum. What does that mean? Do you feel the momentum?
I do, but it's only as good as our last game, and we have to get better in areas we were still not efficient in. We have to start faster. I like our offense has the potential to put up 40 points a game, and it's frustrating to see it. You know, the fumbles here and turnovers here and jumping off sides there. You know, the what's the word I'm looking for? The inflicted wounds, and it gets frustrating after a while. It's like, gosh, we can really be good at this. But again, you want to find out what you're made of in games like that. You know, you got to find ways to win. And of course, you want to have blowouts and all of that, score points and feel good and comfortable. But when you're uncomfortable, when you got to fight from behind, you got to find a way to win, find a way to go to overtime and make that play. That goes a long way.
So are penalties a result of overaggression or?
Penalties result of undiscipline. And we're going to deal with that on Monday. Trust me. Trust me. Yeah, we're going to deal with that. They know what's coming.
That might make you late for the game
You
here.
might make the reporters run too, Coach.
Hey, you out there, you got a penalty. Get on the line.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Ed.
Thanks, Ed.